Forget about the ULEZ charges, forget about congestion charges, but the potholes going on right now in London, absolutely and utterly ridiculous. But what we're going to do is we're going to describe what it's like to drive through London in a taxi, going to work at 5 o'clock in the morning. Absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. Right, now, let's talk to Gemma Graham. No relation, I promise you. She's an anti-ULEZ protester because there's a story out in which it says that the amount of people now against the ULEZ expansion in London is causing so many problems, including the fact that around about 16 million quid has gone down the gurgler. The 1,760 incidents of criminal damage to cameras that are being put up by Transport for London, by Sadiq Khan and all the rest of it. Let's talk to Gemma now and find out what on earth is going to be, what's going to stop it. Gemma, a very good morning to you. Welcome to the first inaugural edition of Morning Glory with Mike Graham.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us. Now, there's people all over the city who are sick to death of this ULEZ charge, right? Absolutely ridiculously sick to death of it, and yet it's still being rolled out. I hear stories that they tried to have mobile units on the roads, but some people were against that and they managed to stop it. They keep putting these cameras up, they keep getting damaged and taken down. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
It is. I mean, it's we're in a situation of just civil disobedience because they're not being listened to by our London mayor.
Right.
He's not listening to the people. We've got businesses that are struggling. We're already in a cost of living crisis.
Yeah.
And it's just pushing people further and further into financial pressure,
Right.
into financial hardship.
And so many people have had to get rid of their cars because they were not compliant and it was going to cost them too much money to even be able to go to the shops, right? So are you hearing from a lot of those people who just don't now go anywhere?
Yeah, I mean, we've been part of the Anti-ULEZ protest since February last year. So we've been doing it a long time, got to meet lots and lots of people. And they're all there for their own reasons. You know, the freedoms being restricted, businesses... and as you say, just elderly people not being able to drive their vehicles to the shop, you know, the worry of it's just not being able to, you know, he wants people on public transport, but our public transport system isn't safe. I mean, look at the amount of knife crime and the amount of muggings that's going on.
And an awful lot of people, particularly women who work late at night, you know, many of them are nurses, many of them work in you know, very different businesses, and they need their car. They haven't really got a choice. You can't go on a late night bus at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and they don't have the choice, do they?
No, they don't. No, he's putting people in danger. He's putting people in financial hardship and people in danger. It's, you know, he's offered this scrap scheme, but it's really not working. I mean, we've, as a business ourselves, we've applied 9 times for the scrap scheme and 9 times we've been turned down for no good reason. My partner's proved he's self-employed. We've now got a barrister on the case.
Right.
If this was really about getting vehicles off the road and making the air cleaner, we would now have the money to buy ourselves a new van and carry on our day-to-day business without paying him £12.50 or paying £12.50. He's forcing us to pay to pollute. And this is where people are now taking matters into their own hand. People are going about spraying the cameras, damaging the cameras, covering their number plates, actually driving around further around the plates, causing more pollution, if that really is the case.
Right.
Because they're avoiding the fines because people just can't afford this £12 daily charge just to go to work or just to go about their daily business.
But the other problem is, with all of this vandalism that's going on, £17 million is supposedly the estimated cost of that, which is going to end up coming out of the taxpayer's pocket as well, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's just a complete mess, to be honest. And it's all because the people aren't being listened to. You know, as a London mayor, you know, Sadiq Khan should be with the people. He should be listening to the worries and the thoughts and the feelings of the people in London. 32 outer London boroughs have been affected by this scheme. And it's, you know, it's not working, is it? There's nothing to say that air pollution has got any better.
Yeah.
There's nothing to say that anything's
that is the problem.
At all.
No, but you see, that's the trouble. You know, they talk about it being good for the environment and they talk about it being, you know, something to make the air cleaner. But the trouble is, you know, it depends on who you talk to about that, doesn't it?